For some reason, when it comes to buying weapons, people don't notice such things that you are paying not only for weapon, but also for stock attachments. And instead of buying them, you can buy only attachments that you need. And in this way, you don't waste money on useless attachments. So today I'm gonna show you how I can save money. In some cases, final builds will be even cheaper than stock builds. But before that, I'm gonna show you one important trick. So I bought FAL with this handguard. I don't own stock handguard, but I still can use it if I reset build of this weapon. But if you try to paint attachments that you don't have, it will ask you to buy it and also other attachments that you don't have. But still it may be useful. The first weapon will be HK. In stock option we can use this one. It has lower weight by 100 grams, so which means faster ADS and higher recoil. So if you have problems with recoil, you can stay with Slimline. But I would rather use this one. For fire grip we better use CUF. All of these fire grips are absolutely the same, the only difference between them is price. So CUF is much cheaper here, so we're gonna choose it. Next one is handguard, and we better use this one. First of all, it's cheaper and it has low weight by 50 grams. The only problem with this handguard is that it doesn't have any rails, so if you want to use some lasers, you need to put such rails. And another problem is that you can put only 2 of them. But even with this handguard and 2 rails, it still will be cheaper than A5 handguard, and it will have small weight by 10 grams. And moreover, remember about the trick that I showed you. Even if you buy this handguard, you can use this one if you reset build. Next we have barrel. It has absolutely the same price and the same weight, but you may notice that price was changed here and weight as well, and it's because of this front side. So we just can remove it and price will be absolutely the same and weight as well. The last thing is muzzle device. Here we're gonna use Rider because it has the cheapest suppressor. And if we're gonna compare stock build with this one without suppressor, it's gonna be cheaper by $77. But also we get much better build. Next we have M4. In stock options we can choose any stock. They don't have any differences between them except the price. In fire grips we better use CEF grip because it has low weight. In handguard we can use this one, but I think most of you don't like this front side, so we have 2 options here. We have this handguard and this one. The only differences between them is price, weight, and that this one doesn't have rails. So basically the same situation as with HK. So we're gonna use the expensive one. And for muzzle device we have the same Rider flash hider. So in total we got build for 2175 instead of 190.83. So we paid a little bit more, but we got much better build. Next we have MK18. You can choose any stock you want. All of them have absolutely the same price and weight. For fire grips you can pick anything you want, but A2 will be the cheapest one. For handguards we basically have only one option, which is this handguard. And here we have the same Rider flash hider. So in total we got 2561 instead of 2300. Next we have SR3M, and the only thing I will change here is muzzle device. Flash hider doesn't work, so either you choose suppressor, which is highly recommended, or you choose none. So in this case you save 350. Next we have STGW, and I would change only 2 things here. First of all, handguard. You can use this one, but I would rather use this one instead. And flash hider doesn't work here as well, so we just can remove it and save 350. Next is AK5C, and we have absolutely the same situation here. If you want, you can choose other handguards. For example, for PvP you can use this one. And flash hider doesn't work here as well, so we remove it. MP7 doesn't have anything interesting, but you can buy this handguard if you really need side rails. For MP90 we can use this handguard, so we can use any optic we want. For MP5 is the only thing we can change is handguard. We're gonna skip MP2K, MP35 and shotgun, they don't have anything interesting. For FAL, we can either use this handguard, which is much cheaper than stock one, or if you want to use optic, we can use this one. And also don't forget to remove flash hider, it doesn't work as well. For MK17 we can change barrel. If you play open world, the longest barrel will be better, and for PvP, medium barrel will be better. Also you can choose other handguard if you really want. The only differences they have is the price and also that this handguard doesn't have rails. And the last thing that I would change is muzzle device. The best option will be KLC Almost. First of all, it has small weight, it works as flash hider, and it's the only muzzle device that has suppressor option. Almost the same thing we have for Scarel. We have the same handguards, and barrel options you should better stay with this one. And for muzzle device we should use the same Rider flash hider. M16 don't have anything interesting, LV85 as well. For GC66 we can change handguard. Flash hider doesn't work here as well, so we should remove it. For FAMA the only thing I will change is top component, which costs absolutely the same as stock one, but it allows you to put optics. For C7, OK3, and as well we don't have anything interesting, so we're gonna skip them as well. Now let's look at AK-74. BL11 will be probably the best option, but if you really want you can choose this one. The only difference between them is the price and also that this handguard has top rail. Next thing is top component accessory. so we can put optics here. Next important thing is grip. We can use this one, it's absolutely the same as stock one, but it's much cheaper. And for muzzle device, DTK will be the best one, because it works also as flash hider. But you can use also the DTK PE shorty instead. Additionally, you can pay extra 100 for better looking upper handguard. Next we have a K105. For handguard we can use B10 or B30. The only difference between them is the same price, and also that B30 has longer rails. For muzzle we can use the same DTK1, also you can pay extra for better looking upper handguard. And the most important is top component, P33 will be the best here. For other AKs we have absolutely the same build. But the only thing you can try is VS24 handguard if you really want to use it, with B30 inside rail. And in this case it will be much cheaper, but the only problem is that this handguard doesn't have any rails. Next we have DMRs, we're gonna skip on 110 and OTS, and the only weapon we're gonna look at is SVD. If you really need rails, you can buy this handguard instead. In sniper rifles we're gonna skip J22, O115 and M24. For Keycate, if you need it for open world, you can buy a longer barrel instead, and also instead of muzzle brake you can buy suppressor. It has absolutely the same price and also small weight. For M2010, the only thing I will change is muzzle device. In this case, QLC almost will be the best one, because it's the only muzzle that has suppressor option. And the last sniper rifle is Ultima Ratio. If you need it for PvP, for example, you better choose the shortest barrel, because it has more weight, which means faster ADS. But if you need it for open world, this one will be a better option, because this barrel is the only one that has suppressor. And last weapons we have two pistols. For MK27, the only thing we can change is muzzle device. Here we have suppressor that has absolutely the same price as Red Protector. And the last pistol is J17. Instead of stock handguard, we better use this one, because it has access to optics. And instead of stock barrel, we better use this one. And same thing with muzzle devices, we can use suppressor instead here. If you found this video useful, leave a like and some comment, it helps a lot with video promotion. Don't forget about my Discord server, and see you next time.